London in the mid-17th century was a growing hub of trade, wealth, and culture. But beneath its prosperity, the city was also dangerously fragile. The streets were narrow and twisting, houses leaned against each other, built mostly of timber and pitch, and open flames were a part of daily life. Candles, lanterns, and open hearths kept homes lit and warm, but they also made fire an ever-present threat. The summer of 1666 had been long, hot, and dry. The River Thames had shrunk, wells were low, and the wooden city had become like a dry torch waiting for a spark. That spark came on the night of September 2nd, 1666, inside the bakery of Thomas Fariner, located on Pudding Lane. At around midnight, flames leapt from the oven. Fariner and his family escaped, but the fire quickly spread to nearby houses. What should have been a small blaze turned deadly as strong winds carried embers across rooftops. By dawn, the heart of London was ablaze. People woke up to chaos, flames racing through their neighborhoods, smoke choking the air, and church bells ringing in alarm. Families grabbed what little they could carry, a few clothes, coins, or family heirlooms. Some fled with their children on their backs, others dragged carts through the crowded streets, pushing through panicked crowds. The fire became a beast no one could control. The flames were so hot that metal door handles melted, glass windows exploded, and stone cracked under the heat. Entire markets, warehouses, and homes collapsed in fiery ruins. Londoners rushed to the River Thames, hoping to escape by boat, but the waters were filled with desperate people and burning debris. For 4 terrifying days, the fire raged. Efforts to stop it were slow and disorganized. In those days, the common method to halt a fire was to demolish nearby buildings, creating fire breaks. But many officials hesitated to destroy valuable homes, wasting precious time. When King Charles II himself took command, soldiers began pulling down houses and using gunpowder to blow up rows of buildings, finally slowing the inferno. By the time the fire was under control, the destruction was unimaginable. More than 13,200 houses burned, 87 churches reduced to ash, hundreds of shops and businesses destroyed. Iconic buildings like the Royal Exchange, the Guildhall, and the mighty St. Paul's Cathedral collapsed into ruins. The city looked like a battlefield. Families were left homeless, their possessions gone, their memories buried under piles of smoking rubble. The air was thick with ash for weeks. Yet remarkably, despite the destruction, fewer than 10 deaths were officially recorded, though historians believe the true toll was far higher, hidden in the ruins. But out of the ashes rose resilience. Londoners refused to let their city die. King Charles II promised a stronger, safer, and more beautiful capital. Streets were widened, wooden houses banned, and buildings made of brick and stone. New fire regulations were introduced, and fire brigades began to take shape. One man, Sir Christopher Wren, was tasked with rebuilding the city. His vision gave London its most iconic landmark, the new St. Paul's Cathedral, with its towering dome that still dominates the skyline today. Wren's designs, along with new city planning, transformed London into a modern capital, rising stronger from its greatest tragedy. The Great Fire of London was not just a disaster. It was a turning point. It destroyed the old medieval city, but gave birth to the London that would go on to become one of the greatest cities in the world. Even today, the story of that fire lives on as a reminder of how disaster can bring destruction, but also rebirth and renewal.